An interesting little curio from Bloober Team, Amen 2 sees a crack squad of philosophizing troops take on overwhelming odds with very little combat. A bizarre cross between Worms and Hitman, this is a platform puzzler that has a very strict focus on problem solving and thinking outside the box, which, despite occasional frustration, is easy to sink hours into. The basic concept of Amen 2 is pretty straightforward. Dropped into a map, your squad of Special Forces soldiers have to eliminate a set amount of enemy guards before being airlifted to safety, with bonus points acquired for speed, efficiency, and for taking out more baddies than the minimum. High scores are there to be chipped away at. With 5 characters providing different abilities and approaches to the puzzles ahead of us, and a clear set of rules governing the game world, this is a serious test for the old grey matter. That said, the first impressions aren't great, with the samey presentation only really broken up by occasionally changing themes for the maps. The lo-fi charm runs out pretty quickly. Add to this a script that starts out as quirky and funny, before becoming so repetitive and annoying that you'll soon turn the vocal track off, and Amen 2 is off to a shaky start. Stick with it though, and there is a seriously rewarding time to be had here. This game is seriously rock hard, with saves strictly regulated and levels easily needing around 20 minutes to half an hour to finish. Prior planning is essential before taking any action. Unfortunately, some of this challenge doesn't come by design. The floaty controls make the platforming element a nightmare to navigate, with characters simply not equipped to handle some of the obstacles put in front of us. Very rarely does the game steamroller the player into a particular course, but when it does, it is supremely annoying to lose so much planning to a poorly defined jump or an unresponsive sprint button. With falling more than one floor instantly fatal in the game world, this is an unwelcome issue. The fine-tuning does feel a little off. While the game's refusal to hold the player's hand should be applauded in these days of constant button prompts, some of the game's mechanics feel rather unfriendly. If pixel-perfect positioning is required, controls need to be tighter than they are here. The difficulty will put off many players, and Amen 2 is hardly a game that can be picked up and blasted through for 10 minutes. But taking a careful approach to a map as you plot your enemy's demise can throw up some genuinely rewarding moments as you get to the chopper at the end of a level. So it's a flawed effort, but Amen 2 is far from being a failure. Annoying control quirks and a flat presentation are big problems, and the difficulty certainly won't be for everyone, but get fully into the spirit of planning a mission and it's easy to look up and see that a couple of hours have gone past. Strangely addictive, even as it frustrates you with its punishing difficulty, there is a lot to like about Amen 2. With those elusive high scores just sitting there taunting us as we scour the level ahead of just one more go.